Okay, boys, we found a pretty interesting tech here. Shout out to DB, a member of the community, for finding this one. But this is a pretty powerful, I'm assuming, bug. Like, I'm not too sure this is intended, but it's with the Ring of the Ravenous, the new ring that you can get from the Beast in Ice. And has really good stats on it, actually, just right off rip. The crit chance and the brawling skills are super good for the charge builds. Like, really, 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 really good. But the legendary effect here, you have an increased duration on rend, and also your brawling skills apply 2 stacks of rend. So essentially, the way I like to think of this is as if hitting enemies with your charge or your kick or your leap or whatever essentially apply 4 stacks worth of rend damage to them. And that alone is actually really, really good, because it means you don't need Berserk Gripping or two-handed sword expertise to get a bleed on an enemy. So you can do that, get Blood Rage, Disembowel, all that kind of good stuff, which is really, really, really fantastic for this build without having to invest in those points, and also having like a pretty good ring at the same time. But there is something a little bit goofy going on with this weapon, and that's what I want to show you here right now. So I'm using Earth Strikers, which gives me a stack up to 8, and at 8 stacks I get a guaranteed overpower. Now, I'm just going to charge at these dummies and do nothing else. And I got 2 stacks of overpower. Like 2 stacks there. So according to this buff, I just swapped weapons twice. And we had a little look at it, and we figured out what it was. So if I swap back to my dual wield, which I need some fury to do actually, so I can't do that right now. But here you can see I currently have my two-handed mace out. When I charge, I'll switch to my dual wield weapons, but look at what weapon I finish with. So I'll charge, and now I'm holding my axe. So what's happening here is that I'm charging with my dual wield, so I'm swapping to those if I'm not already on them. And then the ring swaps you to your slashing weapon to apply the rend stacks. You're actually physically doing the rend attack with the slashing weapon. So you can use weapon swapping mechanics with this ring without swapping weapons. You can just charge over and over again, and then you get the stacks, and now you have the overpower, and boom, there was the overpower. And you can just charge. Look at this. You just charge. I'm getting stacks. Sometimes the charge itself is missing, so you actually have to hit with your body and not just with the ancestral thingies. But yeah, it's just it's Earth Strikers for free. You don't have to do any weapon swapping, and if you do, you just stack them even faster than before. It's crazy. And we tested this with things like we tested it with Furious Impulse here, which you can see I'm getting Fury when I shouldn't be. I don't have a Tibolts. I don't have like any other Fury gain. I'm getting Fury because I'm technically swapping weapons, which is crazy. It will work, I presume, with Mortal Draw, but there doesn't seem to be a way to tell if Mortal Draw is actually active or not. But I would imagine that that also does work. Weapon swapping damage increases on gear should work as well. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of utility here, and potentially some really busted stuff that we can do with charge that's going to allow us to get like up to, I mean, you could, like, if you use like a bludgeoning weapon there every time you charge, technically that's 3 weapon swaps if everything connects well. So that's just crazy. You can get really, really fast overpowers. And we've also done some other testing with this ring, because this was already a ring I had my eye on before we started messing around with it today. But some other stuff we've been testing as well is like with the rend itself. It doesn't seem to apply the enhanced version or the violent rend enhancements to the spell. So like regardless of what you have there, it basically will always just do the same thing. In terms of damage scaling, I've got 4 points in it there. We can see we've got a 2k and a 7k. I completely missed with that one as well. But if I level it down here just to show you if the damage does or doesn't scale with the level of your rend, we'll just go down to a 0 here. And then we'll just quickly do it there. You can see that there has been a fairly substantial drop in the DPS on the rend there. So we'll try one more time here just to see if we get a better number. Now, charge itself has its own problems, which is it missing enemies. But yeah, the bleed is definitely doing a lot less damage without the skill points in there. So it does seem, at the very least, you will get some increase to your damage if you have the points in the sort of the base version of that core skill anyways. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Hopefully you guys can check some things out in terms of what you can do with weapon swapping. Maybe you can get some really powerful interactions with this one, because I'm sure this is just the tip of another iceberg. So I'll leave it with you boys. All of the best with your leveling. Hope you're enjoying the season. My review of the season coming out very soon. Just kind of trying to finish the seasonal quest chain. You know, really get into the faults and everything, and get a good grasp of how I feel before that comes out. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Diablo content. Check out the live stream sometime. Links to everything down in the description below, along with all of the builds I've made for this season. And thanks for watching. See ya.